These are my African and South African cichlids. And my 125-gallon fish tank. I got some Frontosas. 5 Frontosas. 2 males, 3 females. 1 Carpente, Texas. 2 Tiger Oscars that I think ready to breed. They are getting a bit aggressive. 1 female green tur. The 2 Tiger Oscars are getting a bit aggressive over this area where I have a flat piece of rock at, especially the female, which is the albino, and I have vented them, so I do know that the female is the albino and the Tiger Oscar is the male. You can see they trying to get some camera time here. Coming up to the front of the glass. And you can see her chasing the other fishes away. And she is really getting really aggressive about that side. And the Texas just doesn't seem to get the message. I mean, she really hates him. He just doesn't seem to get the message that she doesn't want him over there. Frontosas are pretty cool. I mean, even though she's getting pretty aggressive, the tank is big enough where though, I mean, they have enough space for their little territory over here, about 2.5 feet of my 6-foot tank that they occupy for their territory, and the other fish have the rest. I have also 3 clown loaches that are not out right now. I think they probably sleeping. And usually spend most of their time when it's time to sleep in this little castle right here. So they probably somewhere in there sleeping. I don't think they're going to come out. Yeah, my Texas is pretty mellow, even though most people say they can be very aggressive. But he is really a mellow fish. Besides chasing around my green tur once in a while, but he doesn't nip at him. He just, chases him, and she's a little frightened of him, so she scurries off whenever he comes near her. I did have a bristlenose planko, but sadly he died today. He got sucked up into the intake of my own Eheim filter, which he somehow managed to squeeze himself in there and got stuck. And the only reason I noticed that he was in there because the flow of the filter had decreased from about 50%. And I was wondering what happened. I took the whole filter apart, cleaned it, and it was still stuck. So then I took a look at the intake and found him in there dead. I know it's probably a bit hard to hear me talking. That is my son in the background on that goddamn video game he stays on all day on. That never gets off of it. He's either on the computer or on the video game, and I can't seem to get him off of it. 24 hours a day on it he does. This is the other filtration I got. It is power head hooked up onto a sponge filter that does a good job of cleaning up any small debris that's left in the tank and giving me that real clear look, as you can see. I mean, I have a 2217 Eheim filter and a Sun 304 with a Sun 304 with a good God, I can't even remember the name. A Sun 304 with a UV light. And as you can see, my background is missing about a quarter of the background because I took this background off for my 55. And so I need about 2 more feet, but I haven't been able to find the right background for it. It seems nobody has that background that I have on it. So I might have to try to get something that's a little close. I have sand substrate. I have some the only plant I got in here is fake plants and some Java moss, because they seem to rip out everything else. I have a piece of coal in here. Of course, that is really made for a saltwater tank, but it looks really good in here, and it's does a good job at catching a lot of beneficial bacteria. And that is it. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to ask. This is my 125 gallon. And that is it.